Great morning, great morning, great morning. How are you? Come on in, you guys. Come on in. Great morning. Y'all come on in, come on in. It is a great day. I'm super excited for today. Some major things happening in my life today. So I'm excited about that. You guys come on in. I'm running behind schedule, but on schedule. My God, that'll preach. I'm running behind schedule, but on schedule. Mhm. Be sure to let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Let me know who's here and where you are tuning in from. It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Won't you be mine? Oh my goodness. Great morning. Great morning. Great morning, you all. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Hey. Hey, cousin. How are you? Thank you, girl. You know this is my color right here. This is my color. I'm surprised I didn't do my wedding in this color because this is my color, but that's not what God said. God said something else. I've learned to listen to him. Okay. I'm excited about today's word for a number of reasons that I'll share as we go along. Great morning, Catherine. How are you, beautiful? Make sure you share the broadcast. And once you've shared it, let me know that you have shared. Once you've shared it, let me know um, that you've shared. Hold on. And while you guys are sharing, I'm going to get in a position where I can share as well. Hold on. God is so amazing. And I'm watching God perform miracles. And I'm watching God perform miracles, knowing that God is performing the miracle. Like, I love that about him. And I love the way that he does what he does in our lives. I'm going to share because I'm not able to send it to all the platforms at one time right now. So I've got to reset that up. I have not done that yet. So let me go ahead and share, you guys. Hold on. Great morning, Kareen. How are you, gorgeous? Kareem, I need to talk to you. Call me after the live because I need to I think I'm coming your way, and so I want to make sure that we can try to connect. Hey, Mr. Johnson. What's up, Pastor Johnson? How are you, baby? So good to see you. Yes, yes. I'm going to share to these groups and then we're going to go ahead and get started. But I need your assistance and I need you to share. So share and let me know once you've shared. I just want to make sure everybody gets it. And it's going to take me a little bit longer than I would like, but just hold on, y'all. Hold on, hold on. Don't panic. Don't freak out. Thank you, baby, for sharing. I appreciate you. I'm working with this laptop. See, I'm not used to, a non-Mac device anymore. But I'm dealing with this non-Mac device right now. So, y'all, it takes a little longer because, it's non-Mac. It's not Apple. So, I'm just saying, I got to convert it from Apple language to regular. And then, then I can do it. Okay. But I'm excited about today's word, and I'm going to tell you why I'm so excited about today's word. Listen, you all, I've been telling you that there are some things that God is going to do in this fast, and this fast is a personal thing. You need to make it personal. So, for me, this fast is personal. At the end of every devotion, there are questions that are asked you that you're asked to answer for yourself, about yourself, your life, your journey. See, what good does it do to do a 21-day fast, a 40-day fast, and you're not making it personal? You have to make it personal. And that's exactly what we're doing is we're making this personal. I know I am, because I need some things from God. I need God to do some things. I need God to repair some things. I need God to work some things out in me. Did y'all hear what I said? I didn't say work some things out in someone else. I said work some things out in me. You know, when I say make it personal, that's exactly what I mean. Make it personal for you. You figure out what you need from God. God, what is it that I need from you that I'm lacking? What is it that I need from you that's missing? What is it that I need from you that I'm not getting? And how do I get it, God? How do I get to this place where I'm out of stuff, where I'm out of the past, where I'm out of the trauma that I've experienced, and I'm moving forward consciously, intentionally, you know, moving forward, knowing that you have gone ahead of me, before me, and prepared a way. You have been a banner before me. So listen, today's word deals with people. Yesterday we dealt with place and places. And today we're dealing with people. But this word is a little different because it's a combination of place and people, right? So I'm going to share with you the scripture. I'm going to read some of the devotion, and then I'm going to talk to you some real talk, because I feel like the people of God need real talk. People need real talk, not church ease, but just some real talk. I'm going to give you some real talk because we stand in need of it. So hold on, and I'm going to get there. We're coming from the book of Jonah. Now, look, that ought to get you excited, right? Oh, Jonah. Oh, Lord. Okay, here we go. Here we go. But we're coming from the book of Jonah. And it is, hold on, let me get there. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm on the darn page, not the group. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Hold on. Great day, Corey. How are you, beautiful? Good to see you. Oh, I can get there from here. Hold on. Y'all, I just gotta navigate. I told y'all I'm having to navigate a little differently. Here we go. Groups. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. If you're not a part of the Forward Focus 21 days to set, focus, and propel you into destiny group, you need to be in the group. Okay. Um, the devotions are posted in their entirety there. And you're able to interact as we are on this journey. Okay. Here we go. All right. So today is day 4, and the topic is everybody can't go. Everybody can't go. Everybody can't go. Everybody can't go where you going. You trying to take everybody out. I'm trying to tell y'all about trying to take everybody with you. Everybody can't go where you going. You trying to take people that are not qualified to go where you're going. Anyway, let's talk about it. So in the book of Jonah, I'm going to be reading from Jonah chapter 1, verses 7 through 15. Stay with me. Now, don't go nowhere because I want you to hear the story. Okay. It says, then the crew cast lots to see which of them had offended the gods and caused the terrible storm. When they did this, the lots identified Jonah as the culprit. The lots told them that it was Jonah. Jonah, the one is Jonah. All right. Why has this awful storm come down on us? They demanded. Who are you? What is your line of work? What country are you from? What is your nationality? Jonah answered, I am a Hebrew and I worship the Lord, the God of heaven, who made the sea and the land. The sailors were terrified when they heard this, for he had already told them he was running away from the Lord. Anybody ever been in a place where they were running away from God? And you went to a place because you were running from God, and God found you in the place where you were? Oh, yeah, that's what just happened to Jonah. Mhm. So the sailors were terrified when they heard this, for he had already told them he was running away from the Lord. Oh, why did you do it? they groaned. And since the storm was getting worse all the time, they asked him, "What should we do to stop this storm?" "Throw me into the sea," Jonah said, "and it will become calm again. I know that this terrible storm is all my fault." Instead, the sailors rowed even harder to try to get the ship to the land, but the stormy sea was too violent for them and they couldn't make it. Then they cried out to the Lord, Jonah's God. This wasn't even their God, but they cried out to the Lord, Jonah's God. "Oh Lord," they pleaded, "don't make us die for this man's sins, and don't hold us responsible for his death. Oh Lord, you have sent this storm upon him for your own good reasons." Then the sailors picked Jonah up and threw him into the raging sea, and the storm stopped at once. Jonah 1:7-15, New Living Translation. Great morning, Daddy. Hey, Mike. Hey, Corey Boo. Hey, Miss Carolyn, how are you? Now listen to this. These sailors were talking to a God and praying to a God that was not their God, but they understood some things. They understood that Jonah was running from God. They understood that this was the God that made heaven, land, and sea. So if he made the sea, that he was in control of what was going on with the sea. So if he was in control of what was going on with the sea, and Jonah was running from him, and he had already told them that, they like, first of all, bruh, why you do this? Why you come over here messing with us? Because you trying to run from God. Now you done brought this smoke over here. Now we got to get the smoke that you getting because we connected to you and you on the boat with us because God trying to show you something. For his own good pleasure, he done brought this storm upon you, but because we're on the boat with you, you're on the boat with us, we're experiencing the storm that you're going through. Some of the storms you're going through are not your storm. They're storms because you have put yourself on the boat with some people, or they have put themselves on your boat. Listen, some storms are not your storms, but they're storms that you got to deal with because you got the wrong people on your boat. You're dealing with a storm that you were not meant to deal with, but you're dealing with it because you have someone who is unauthorized on your boat. They're on your ship. And you are trying to do everything in your power to rescue them. So you're rowing harder, you're pushing more, you're trying to get to the land and the shore, but you cannot get there because the storm that they're in is hitting your house because they're connected to you, and you could have avoided the storm. You could have avoided it. You could have avoided it. But because we try to rescue everybody, we try to save everybody, we will find ourselves going through storms that we were not ordained to go through simply because we trying to protect everybody else. Stop trying to protect people when God is sending a storm their way. Every storm that comes into a person's life is not the devil. Many times it is God trying to get them to a place in him, a place in purpose and destiny. But because you keep getting in the way, because you keep putting your hands on it, because you keep putting your mouth on it, because you keep trying to carry them and coddle them and carry them on your back, you got a little, you know how they have the little baby things, and you put the baby in there and you can put it in the front or in the back. You got them in that, carrying them with you. And so now what's intended for them is hitting you because you're in a place you're not supposed to be. You've got them with you and they're not supposed to go. It is difficult to let go of people, but it is necessary. Let me say that one more time. 1, 2, 2. It is difficult to let go of people, but it is necessary, particularly people that you love, people that you care about. It is difficult to let go of them. It is difficult to not want to help them. It is difficult not to step in and fix it. It is difficult, but it is necessary. When God is trying to do a thing, you got to hear the voice of God and do only that which God tells you to do. When you begin to do more than that, or when you just begin to operate in the flesh, then you're going to get flesh results. And you wondering why you going through hell. It ain't even your hell, but you chose it. You chose it when you chose to put them on your boat. You chose it when you chose to get on a boat going to a destination that was not your destination. You chose it. See, there are two sides to this thing. And this is the thing that I love about the story of Jonah. This is what I love about it. There are two sides to it. One is, when you're running from God and you go to a place, you put everybody in that place in danger. You put everybody in that place life at risk. You put everybody in that place through a hell that was not their hell, but it becomes their hell because you went there knowing that's not where God told you to go. Oh, you went because it was convenient. You went because it was comfortable. But now you brought hell into these people's lives, a storm into their life that they're not equipped to handle, a storm that was not theirs, a storm brought onto them about a God that may not even be their God, but because you over here. Now I'm dealing with some stuff from your God. Your God. This ain't even my God. And now I'm praying to your God because I understand the power of your God because I see it in operation. We can't run. You know, I was thinking about this. Oh my God. I was thinking about this word this morning when I read it, and I said, my God, I'm Jonah. Did y'all hear what I said? I said, I'm Jonah right now. Dr. B, what do you mean? You're Jonah. I'm Jonah right now. Clearly, okay, clearly, God is trying to take me back into the walls, the four walls of the church, and I do not want to go. Period. Point blank. I don't want to be over there. I don't want to go over there, God. Then people ain't gonna hear me. Then people ain't gonna receive me. Then people gonna judge me. Then that sound like Jonah. Jonah said, I don't want to go over there. They're not gonna change. They're not gonna do anything different. And you're gonna send me over there wasting my time, my breath, and my energy. I'm not going to them. I'm not doing it. And I'm set on that. So we got on the boat. But the people whose boat he got on, they had nothing to do with the storm that came. And I understand that in this season, I must do what God tells me to do. I must go where he tells me to go. When God gives you an assignment, you don't get to pick and choose whether or not to accept the assignment. Oh, you get a choice, but your choice has consequences. And your choice not only has consequences for you, but for everybody attached to you, everybody connected to you. My disobedience in this would affect so many people's lives because I'm being disobedient. I would bring storms. I bring a storm on my husband because I'm being disobedient. See, this is why you got to know who you connected to. This is why you got to know who you connected to. I understand that the anointing on my life means that when I am out of alignment with God, when I am disobedient, I bring stuff on other people. I do. I do. And so I have to make sure that I am in alignment. And what I'm telling you is that you got to make sure that you're in alignment with God. What is it that God has told you to do? And where is it that he has told you to go or not go? Sometimes in our haste to go to a place, we won't stay where we're supposed to be for the time that's required. Whew, I hurt my own toes, okay? We'll try to leave too soon. And God says, no, not yet. We have our plan, but God has his plan, and his plan supersedes ours. And when we fail to allow his plan to supersede ours, our plans will fall to naught. Our plans will result in storms. Our plans will result in challenges and problems that we didn't have to go through, but we end up going through because we're working on our plan and not God's plan. God's plan for your life. Even Drake understood God's plan. God's plan. God's plan. Listen, listen, you got to understand that God has a plan for your life. He has directions for you. And just because he gave you a direction in the last season doesn't mean that he will not change the direction that he gives you. When he changes the direction, you change the direction. When he tells you, okay, listen, I know I had you over here, but I need you to go over here to these people. And especially if you are a prophet, if you are a prophet and you are stuck on being in one single place, you're going to miss the move of God because God moves prophets around. They're going to travel or they're going to physically, geographically relocate. God will send a prophet to a region when he desires for a work to be done in that region. Oh, you think it's an accident I'm moving to Panama City? No. I have an assignment in Panama City. Now, my plan was I'm going to go to Panama City, and that's just going to be my base. That's going to be my home. That's where I'm going to be with my baby. But I ain't trying to go to no church. I'll go to church, but I ain't trying to be really, doing church. I ain't really trying to do that. I'll go because that's what my husband does. I'll go and I'll support my husband, but I'm not trying to be invested like that. Listen, I'll go and I'll sit there and I'll say amen and I'll do that. But I ain't trying to work there. I'll go and I'll be in the building, but I'm not trying to let my gifts out because I don't have time for the possibility of rejection. I don't have time for the possibility of people judging me. I don't have time for that. So I'm going to go because I want to honor my husband, but I'm not going because I want to be there. I'm just going because it's what my husband does, and I'm going to support him in his journey. And God told me today, no. I was sitting there, I was talking to my sister, and she began to share something with me about her journey in the church, her journey with the church and with the people in the church. And she began sharing how she felt and things that happened. See, people don't understand. I'm trying to tell y'all, and I hope y'all are getting this. People don't understand the depth of the trauma that comes from some of the experiences that people have in church. And I'm not saying that the people are the only ones that injured, because leaders are also injured. See, I've been on both sides. I understand both sides of the fence, both sides of the coin. And she was talking, and as she began to talk, it reminded me of a conversation that I had just had with my husband. Honey, listen, just had this conversation. She used some of the same words, some of the same verbiage. She talked about being like feeling like she was just dropped. People just dropped her when she left her husband, who was a pastor, that she was just abandoned, that her whole life was turned upside down. And I was like, oh my God, I just was talking about this, right? But listen, this is what I need you to understand. God is not placing me back in the four walls just for the people. He's placing me back in the four walls for me, for my healing. See, what I've come to understand is that very often the place where you're injured is the place where you'll be healed. Oh, y'all didn't hear what I said, did you? The very place that you're injured is often the place where you will be healed, where God will perfect your healing. See, I know that on my journey that I've been on, I had to go to the places that I went for various reasons, but I had to go back to Kentucky because it was home. It was a place where a lot of my traumas occurred. It was a place where I experienced a lot of hurt. He said, I'm going to heal you in the place so that when you go back to the place, you don't carry the baggage of the hurt, but you can go back to the place and see your family without all of that hurt existing. God said, I'm not only healing the church, I'm healing you. I'm healing you for the church. I'm healing you so that you can give the people within the four walls the things that they need the way you give it to those who are outside of the four walls. I'm healing you so that you will not operate in judgment of the people inside of the four walls. I'm healing you so that you can be the best version of you for me, so that you can embody the love that I have for all of my people, all of my children. I'm healing you, and you have an assignment. And you cannot complete the assignment if you want to. But guess what? The devotion is today, Jonah. And he basically was telling me with this message, if you don't do what I'm calling you to do, you're going to bring havoc into the lives of the people connected to you. One thing about me, I ain't trying to bring mess and drama to the people that are connected to me. Enough comes with the warfare that comes from being connected to me. I ain't trying to bring no extra storms. But that means that I have to be honest with me. And I got to be honest with you. I got to be honest with you. My baby told me the other day, he said, I feel like you lumping me in with some other people. And he was right. He was right. Being married to the pastor that I was married to impacted my life. It affected me. And though God put us together, there was some stuff that I didn't want to go through that I went through. There was some stuff. Oh my God, Jesus. I had a dream last night, and as I'm saying this, it makes sense to me. But we've got to understand that what God is doing in our lives is so much bigger than just us. So we can't afford to be selfish. Jonah was selfish. Jonah's only concern was, I don't want to go because they're not going to listen. And I don't feel like they deserve to be forgiven. I don't kill them all. That's what Jonah said. Kill them all. Just kill them. Kill them. Take them on out. They don't even deserve to live because they hard-headed and they don't listen. Well, guess what? The very thing that he called them was what he became. He became hard-headed. Not only hard-headed, but hard-hearted. He was mad at God when God forgave them. I said, okay, I'm not going to. He was like, what? You're not going to kill him? I came all the way over here and I had to tell them this, and then you going to just forgive him? Or you going to just not kill him? No, kill somebody. Somebody need to die. If I done had to come over here and do all of this because they wasn't listening and stuff, and they worshiping other, I kill somebody. For me, just for me, kill somebody. What is that? What is that? What is that? Where does that come from? So now Jonah's on the ship and he's causing a storm for them. And then, listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. I remember reading this, and, I read it, for years, and I didn't even think about it. But one time I particularly read it, and I said, damn, when they said, what do we need to do to stop the storm? What do we need to do to stop the storm? Right? When the reality is Jonah could have stopped the storm. He could have stopped it. But they said, what do we need to do to stop the storm that you brought on us? And his response was, throw me overboard. What? If you know that you being overboard will stop the storm, why they got to throw you? Why don't you jump? Why don't you jump? Listen, this is what I'm telling y'all. See, ain't nobody gonna have to, my husband ain't gonna have to throw me overboard. He's not gonna have to throw me overboard, because before I allow that, I'm going to jump. See, they were concerned because they knew who Jonah was. And they said, well, if we throw him overboard, we don't want his God to punish us for his death. How selfish of it was it for Jonah to tell them to throw him overboard, knowing that they would carry the guilt of having thrown him overboard should anything happen to him. And they knew, like, they felt like he was going to die. And then they were going to have to carry the guilt, and then be concerned about the wrath of God coming upon them, when all his trifling behind had to do. And I said trifling behind. And listen, I've been a trifling behind. So I'm just saying what I'm saying, okay? It's not selective. It's not just because it's Jonah. It's with me too. Okay, it with me too. Same thing. Ain't no different. Same thing. With his trifling behind, why wouldn't he just get off the freaking boat? It would have stopped everything. Sometimes we don't know that we have the courage to do a thing, so we ask other people to do it for us. It's just like being in a relationship. I was talking to somebody, and I said, listen, I remember being married and wanting to end the marriage, but not wanting to say, I want to end the marriage. I remember being married and wanting it to be done, but not wanting to be the one who made it done, right? I wanted to come out of it looking like, oh, they left me, right? And so what I did was I cheated with the hopes that they would end the marriage. The problem was they didn't end the marriage, even though I cheated. And listen, I'm not glorifying cheating. I want y'all to understand, anytime I talk about cheating, in any context, whether it is in the relationship or in a marriage, but especially in a marriage, I am not in any shape, form, or fashion glorifying cheating. Okay. I'm telling you what my rationale was. My rationale was, I'm a cheat. I don't care who see me. I don't care who know. That's so disrespectful. That's disrespectful, y'all. That is, why would you go through that measure to disrespect someone when you can simply say, hey, listen, this thing that we got going on, if we can't fix it, then we need to separate. We need to go our separate way. No, I was disrespectful. Okay. I was disrespectful. And so I was disrespectful. I was cheating because I wanted them to end the relationship, and they did not end it. When all I had to do was leave. All Jonah had to do was get off the boat. That's it. All he had to do was jump overboard. That's it. Them people didn't have to do none of that. They didn't have to worry about their hands not being clean. Listen, Jonah could have done that, but he chose not to. He chose to be he chose to put it on them, for it to fall on them instead of him. Look, let me tell y'all something. Stop being wimps. Stop it. If you know you need to do something and you know you were in disobedience to God, Fix it. Fix it. Don't make nobody else have to do something to make you fix it. Fix it. Stop bringing storms on people who are innocent bystanders. And then you looking at them funny. Fix you. Do what God has told you to do. Listen, for all the Jonas that I'm talking to, stop running from the assignment that God has given you. Accept the assignment. Accept the assignment. Do what he's told you to do. Stop being stubborn and hard-headed and hard-hearted because you don't like the place that he's sending you or the people that he's sending you to. I don't care whether you like them or not. Neither does God. We got to do what God has called us to do unapologetically. See, because if you go in with the expectation that I'm going to do it, but if somebody says something to me, then I'm going to do this. Your expectation is wrong. You've already set the expectation for problem. Whatever you focus on is what grows. You are a co-creator with God, and you're going to create whatever you speak, whatever you think, whatever you say. You create that. So you create a mess that you don't want because you don't want it, because that's what you talk about. Stop. Stop. Go complete your assignment. Do what God has told you to do with great expectation and joy. So you don't bring storms on other people unnecessarily. Okay? Then this is the other side. This is the other side. For all of you who have your ship and your crew is on your ship and you're on a journey to a destination and somebody comes aboard your ship and a huge storm comes with them because they're coming out of disobedience. Oh my God. Oh, this a word to the pastors where these people is coming to your church out of disobedience. They left the ministry God didn't tell them to leave, coming to you, and you welcome them with open arms, and you just all good, and then all hell break loose in your ministry, and you trying to figure out why all hell breaking loose. You need to understand that everybody can't be on your ship. I'm gonna try, because I think I'm gonna try to pick up Micah. You gotta be in the office today.
But I was going to let you take the car if you had to go,
Oh, but girl, yeah, we run together, girl. What time is it, girl? Because I'm
supposed to get to River Park.
Okay. All right, y'all. Listen, this is what I'm gonna tell you. Do what God has told you to do. Do it unapologetically. And stop allowing people on your ship that are not supposed to be there. This 21-day fast is designed to break up the fallow ground. And if you will answer the questions at the end of each of the devotions, you will discover some things that you need to know about you and how you need to proceed. Proceed appropriately. Okay. Proceed appropriately. Don't miss what God is doing because you're hard-headed. Don't miss what God is doing because you don't want to listen to God. And don't miss what God is doing because someone has gotten on your boat that's not supposed to be on there. Put them off. It's okay. It's okay. But do what God tells you to do. Listen, you guys, I pray this word blessed you. I pray that you got something out of it. Listen, if you want to be a blessing to me, you want to sow a seed, you want to put your seed in the ground for 2023 for manifested miracles, go to Cash App $DRV Walters or PayPal.me/DRV Walters. There's some things that God's doing. I'm going to do a live about this, particularly as it relates to marriages. But I'm going to do a live about this. But listen, don't miss the opportunity to put a seed in the ground because God is looking to give you a harvest, but there can be no harvest without a seed. You all have an absolutely amazing, incredible, and epic day. And know this, I love you guys to life and life more abundant. This needs to be your affirmation. I am with the right people and the right place at the right time. I am with the right people in the right place at the right time. That needs to be your affirmation. Meditate on that. Declare that over your life and walk in it. I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Be best. Be blessed. Mwah.